Welcome to the battle tutorial. Here you will learn the basics of commanding your armies on the battlefield. Now, move your cursor over an enemy unit and right-click your mouse to order your cannons to attack. Whilst you're shelling the enemy, practice raising and lowering the camera by rolling the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Z or X keys. Keep up the pressure by firing your cannons at the enemy militia. As they take damage, their morale will be reduced, and eventually cause them to rout. You have successfully routed an enemy unit. If you rout all enemy units from the battlefield, you will be victorious. You can use the W and S keys to move the camera backwards and forwards, and the A and D keys to strafe left and right. You can rotate the camera by clicking and holding the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Q and E keys. Try this now. Select a line infantry unit by left-clicking on the unit, or left-clicking the unit card on the review panel at the bottom of the screen. You can double-click here to automatically pan the camera behind the unit.
Infantry reporting.
Now, left-click on the Fire at Will button on the review panel at the bottom right. This unit will now automatically fire at enemy units within range of their muskets. Left-clicking this button again will cancel the order. While enemy troops with broken morale can return to the fray once their resolve recovers, the will of these Spanish troops has been shattered. Leave them to flee for their lives. Well done. You have successfully routed the first wave of enemy units. Now, right-click on the location indicated to order your unit to march there. To increase the speed of your unit's movement, click the Run button on the review panel, or double right-click when issuing a movement command. If you right-click, a second wave of enemy is approaching. Keep your units behind this cover to give them an advantage over the enemy.
Orders. Line infantry. Following orders. Infantry reporting.
Artillery reporting. Open fire!
Orders. Fire. Close to range. Yes, sir. Following orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. infantry. Right away, sir. Open fire! Line infantry. Right away, sir. Sir!
You have seriously depleted the Spanish numbers. Click on the melee attack button in the unit panel. Now, mouse over an enemy unit and right-click to engage in melee. You can double-click to charge. These men will remain in melee mode whilst the button is selected. Click it again to disable melee mode, and have your men fire on the enemy when next ordered to attack. Your general has joined your ranks for the final push. Use him wisely and keep him protected. His presence in battle will strengthen the morale of nearby units. Use the commands you've just learned to rout the rest of the Spanish army.
Hold position!
General staff. Moving out. Immediately. Following order. Following order.
Following orders!
Welcome to the Naval Battle Basic Controls tutorial. My name is Admiral Green, and I am your Naval Battle Advisor. We have had reports of French ships raiding in the Caribbean, and your ship has been dispatched to deal with them. In this tutorial, you will learn about the HUD, camera controls, ship movement, and combat. The HUD, or heads-up display, has now been revealed. You will be taught about the HUD and buttons over the course of this tutorial. Your ship is nearby and ready for you to learn how to control it. The circular flag above your ship is its icon. The green bars at the bottom represent the strength of your hull on each side of the ship, and the white bar at the top represents the amount of damage your sails and masts have taken. As your ship takes hits throughout a battle, these bars will go down and change color to represent the fact your ship is taking damage. The flashing part of the HUD is the review panel. This is where the ship cards for the ships in your navy will be displayed. The new flashing icon is the ship card for your ship. Left-click the ship card now to select it. Good. Now you must learn how to control the camera. First, try moving the camera forward and back by using the W key to move forward and S key to move back. Now try moving the camera left and right by using the A key to move left and the D key to move right. Try rotating the camera left and right by using the Q key to rotate the camera left and the E key to rotate it right. You can use the V key to pan the camera up and the C key to pan the camera down. Finally, try moving the camera up and down by using the X key to move it up and the Z key to move it. Well done. You can also use the mouse to move the camera around by either moving it to the edges of the screen or by holding down the middle mouse button whilst moving the mouse to drag the camera around. You can double-click on the ship card to center the camera on that ship. Try this now. Good. Now you will learn how to move your ship. With your ship selected, right-click at the base of the marker. Your ship will now move to the first marker. You can halt your ship at any time or cancel its current orders by clicking the highlighted anchor button. Try clicking it now. Good. Now have your ship resume its movement to the first. Good. Good. Now try double-clicking at the base of the next marker. To have your ship move there, double-clicking to have your ship move will always make it move at its fastest speed. Good. Look, sir, one of the enemy sloops is approaching us. As the enemy approaches, you will learn how to give an attack order to your ship. With your ship selected, right-click on the enemy ship to give an attack order. Good. Your ship will now sail into range and open fire on the enemy. Your experienced crew will soon make short work of them. Now, whilst your ship moves into range and engages the enemy, you will learn about the different shot types your ship can use. The currently selected shot type for your ship, and the default, is round shot. This shot type is effective against the enemy's hull and taking out their guns. The highlighted type is chain shot. This shot type will hit the enemy's masts and can be used to cripple an enemy's movement. The final shot type, now highlighted, is grape shot. This is a close-range shot type that is devastating against the enemy's crew. You have now learnt about the various shot types. Experiment with them now if you want, but your aim is to sink this enemy ship.
Our war on British tyranny begins tonight. In Boston, brave men fight for the right to govern themselves. Tonight, we fight for freedom. As I bear witness to the sacrifice of this generation, I take great comfort in the memory of our forefathers, those pioneering men who traveled to these shores seeking a new life. Like the intrepid Captain John Smith and his fellow settlers, we too seek a new world, not only for ourselves, but for future generations of Americans. As I look back on their endeavors, at the unknown dangers that awaited the pioneers over every rise and behind every tree, I am reminded that I play but a small part in a much greater story.
Ready yourself, fire! Stay behind cover, men!
General staff.
They're charging again! Steady! Hold the line! Watch the trees, man!
Infantry reporting.
On the right!
Open fire! Open fire! Close to range. Hold position. Militia! Militia! Open fire! Infantry reporting. Close to range. Open fire!
Following orders.
From the very beginning, there have been hardships, irreplaceable losses. Brothers, fathers, sons lost to war, famine, and disease. And yet our forefathers endured, refusing to give up on the one thing they all believed in so fervently: freedom. Those brave men built a future from an inhospitable land, taming it and making it their own. But the wild land was not the only threat. The natives were a constant menace, lurking at their borders, always ready for battle. It became obvious that until borders were clearly established, peace would continue to be elusive.
You must lead the early settlers to establish Jamestown as a safe and prosperous settlement in this dangerous new world. From time to time, the British government will issue various missions to perform. As you complete these missions, the wealth and security of Jamestown will improve, and your influence throughout the whole of the new world will expand. Having survived the immediate threat posed by the native tribes, your settlers have already gained valuable combat experience. This is Jamestown, the capital of the region of Virginia. The review panel at the bottom of the screen contains a recruitment tab and a construction tab. Use the recruitment tab to recruit units for your armies. You have entered a unit into the recruitment queue. A message box will inform you when this unit is ready to use. The number in the hourglass indicates how many turns remain before completion. This is your army. The highlighted area represents the extent to which this army can move this turn. Right-click within this area to move your army to that location.
Immediately! Forward! March! Waiting for orders. March!
Your armies have moved as far as they can this turn. If you have finished all the recruiting and construction you wish to do this turn, press the End Turn button to continue. New units have been recruited. Left-click to select Jamestown.
By the left! March!
Left-click on the Army tab to view your garrisoned units. Left-click on a unit card to select it. You can now move your units out of the garrison by right-clicking on the campaign map.
Any further orders? By the left! March! Immediately! Men! More orders? Forward! Men! Forward! March! Anything more? Your Majesty. Troops! Forward! Yes. Immediately! Lord? Making camp! Lord! Impossible, sir! Forward! March! Sir! March! Make ready! Men! Sir! Forward! Immediately! Waiting for further orders? Ready and waiting for orders. Anything more? March! March! Men! Onward! Forward! Awaiting further
This tab
orders.
shows all units available for recruitment in the selected town, city, port, army or fleet. Right-click on a unit's picture to see its description. Left-click on a unit to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Recruitment cost is displayed underneath. Recruitment time is shown in the top left-hand corner. There is often a choice of building types to construct in a resource slot. You can only follow one of these building chains. Once you have constructed the base building, subsequent upgrade options will only be available from the same chain. A message box will inform you when this building has been constructed. The number in the hourglass indicates how many turns remain before completion.
Your Majesty.
Oh, you have successfully built a peasant farm and local fishery in the Jamestown region. Jamestown should now grow and prosper, so it's time to deal with the threat from local native tribes. Your next compulsory mission is to capture the village of Werowokomoko deep into unknown territory to the northeast.
Yes, sir. Forward! March! Siege them!
Winning a battle isn't just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the commander's ability are essential. Look at the strength ratio, weather and reinforcement information before committing yourself. But beware. If you're attacked, it may not be possible to avoid combat. The buttons at the bottom of this panel represent your battle options. Mouse over to see what each one does.
Pull back! Make ready! Troops, halt! Forwards! March! Men! Forward! Prepare for war!
A very large army or navy spread over 2 or
Prepare a new defense. Yes, sir. Make ready.
This piece cannot move any further now. It will be available again next turn.
Onwards! Troops, halt! Battalions ready. Siege them! They hide behind women's skirts.
Following capture of a capital city, it is important to leave an adequate garrison behind to quell on. Oh, you have successfully captured the village of Werawakamoko and are well on the way to reducing the threat to Jamestown. The condition of victory for completing this episode is to capture the village of Shakamax.
Troops, forward! Anything more? Glorious victory! At the ready!
You have selected a target outside the green highlighted area. This means your character cannot reach his target this turn. Provided that an enemy does not block his path, your character will continue on his journey next turn. When viewing user interface panels, you will notice a question mark button in their top left-hand corners. This is the Help button. Click on it in order to get advice about the panel in question.
Slaughter them!
Battle statistics are displayed here, along with a breakdown of the condition of each surviving unit in your army or navy. The button on the right-hand side breaks the statistics down to a per-unit level.
Waiting for orders.
Use the space bar to speed up movement of all characters, armies or fleets on the campaign
Get
map.
ready.
Press the space bar again to slow them down again.
Withdraw. Setting up camp. Ready and awaiting orders. I cannot do that.
Use backspace on your keyboard to stop the movement of your armies, navies, and agents on the campaign map.
Make ready. March. Ready and waiting for orders. You're humble, sir. Anything more?
If left standing in the region of another, an army will automatically inflict damage to the surrounding countryside. This means destroying roads, farms, mines, ports, and natural resources through looting and pillage. This will eventually affect trade income and population growth if left unchecked.
Your orders, Your Majesty. Awaiting further orders.
Press the Control and S keys simultaneously to quickly save the game from the campaign map. Press Control L to quickly load the last save.
You're humble, sir.
This tab shows all existing buildings in the selected town or city. Mouse over them to see what can yet be constructed. Right-click on a picture to see its description. Left-click on a building to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Construction cost is displayed underneath. Construction time is shown in the top left-hand corner.
Prepare for battle.
Armies that are not large enough to be effective could be destroyed if attacked by a superior.
Sound the call to battle. Draw back. Gathering supplies. Lord. Forwards for crown and country.
This panel gives you important information about a particular unit type, number of men, recruitment and upkeep costs, experience, statistics, special abilities, and a detailed description.
Forwards for crown and country. Any further orders? Forward! Forward! Try the left! Forward! Awaiting further orders. Anything more? Impossible, sir. Men! Forward! To arms! Prepare for war. Battalions ready. Form line for battle. Proud and victorious. Attack!
As time went by, hostilities between the natives and settlers began to fade, and more ships carrying the hopeful arrived daily. Over the next 100 years, the population swelled, and the fight for territory began. Both the British and the French set their sights on the valuable Ohio Valley. And when the French built a line of forts across the valley, I was sent to demand the instant withdrawal of their troops. They refused, and the British retaliated by sending an army under General Braddock to take the valley by force. I was unlucky enough to be an officer in that army. Braddock's limited knowledge of his surroundings and his refusal to listen to counsel led to his downfall. He marched us straight into a French ambush. Our men were massacred. The cries of the wounded still haunt my dreams. This terrible loss encouraged the British to take a closer look at the tactics and cunning employed by their native allies. Use of these warriors and their knowledge of the land would prove to be the key to claiming the Ohio Valley.
The French have established a series of forts in the Ohio Valley. These forts are well defended and will be difficult to take through military force alone. Perhaps the Iroquois tribe to the north will provide you with some much-needed assistance. Now that you have negotiated an alliance with the Iroquois, you'll be able to recruit native warriors to bolster your armies.
Your Majesty. Sir. Forward! March! Any further orders?
Now this panel is used for negotiations between nations. Available diplomatic options are listed on the left. Click on an option to create a proposal and press the X button to cancel it. A complicated proposal involving too many elements may be rejected out of hand. Military access is a symbol of trust between two nations and can be granted for a limited or indefinite time using the checkboxes provided. Requests for access between allied nations are more likely to be approved. Right-click to move your army to any part of the highlighted area. Attack by right-clicking on a rival's army or city. Merge with a friendly army by moving to the same spot. Board a fleet at a coast by moving onto it.
Troops! Forward! Awaiting further orders. Make ready for battle!
Units can now be recruited directly by a general in the field. Select the Recruitment tab, then left-click on a unit to add it to the queue, and again to remove it.
Sound the retreat!
When ready, units will walk to the appropriate general and merge with his army.
Troops!
Note that units can only...
Yes, my lord. Halt! Your orders, Your Majesty? Ambush ready. More orders? Forward!
Units that have suffered losses in battle or whose equipment has been superseded can have their numbers replenished to bring them back Funds are deducted from your treasury at the beginning of each turn to pay for the supply.
Prepare the troops for battle. Pull back. Making camp. Sir. Foraging supplies. Waiting for your orders. Ambush prepared.
When defending your territory, it's important to know how far enemy armies are able to move.
Waiting for your orders.
Click on an enemy army to see it. As a unit fights and survives battles, it gains experience points that improve its...
Raise the flag. Victory is ours. Prepare the troops for battle. Make ready. Back.
Traditionally, the wilds of Russia had a monopoly on the fur trade. But now, other nations have an opportunity to cash in due to their colonial possessions in the New World. Hunting and trade with the native population have produced a regular
Prepare for battle. Strength and honor. The siege is broken.
You have successfully captured Fort Niagara. The Ohio Valley is now firmly under British control. However, the war against the French has now escalated across the entire 13 colonies, and it's not going well for the British. You must do what you can to help them overcome the French. The majority of your faction's income is generated by taxation. Click on the Government button to view and adjust your current tax rate.
March! Awaiting further order. We shall win. Crush them!
You currently have an active mission to construct a dockyard. If you want to achieve this,
Slaughter them! We are triumphant! Forward! For crown and country!
rioting has broken out in this region as the lower orders have become too unhappy. You must either appease the rioters by lowering taxes or send in the troops to put them down. Whatever you do, act quickly before the riot becomes a rebellion. The Government Details panel gathers together essential statistics and information for the management of your entire empire. The Trade tab details all resources brought to your capital from across your empire, and shows how these are exported to your trade partners, together with the profit you make from exporting to each partner nation.
Lord? Prepare the troops for battle! Withdraw!
The riot in this region has grown into an armed rebellion. There is no more time to negotiate a peaceful solution. Send troops in at once to defeat the rebels.
Victory is ours! Waiting for your orders.
You currently have an active mission to construct a dockyard. If you want to achieve this now, left-click on the port icon to the east of Jamestown. Now, left-click on the shipyard icon to begin the construction of a shipyard. Once the shipyard has been constructed, you can begin construction of the dockyard.
Make ready.
You currently have an active mission to recruit a fifth-rate frigate. If you want to achieve this now, you currently have an active mission to recruit a fifth-rate frigate. You currently have an active mission to recruit a fifth-rate frigate. If you want to achieve this now, left-click on the port icon to the east of Jamestown.
Anything more? Ready
Forward!
and waiting forward. March!
Forward!
Anything more? For crown and country!
Troops!
Forward!
Attack! Fall back!
Left-click on the Recruitment tab. Left-click on the frigate icon to add it to the recruitment queue.
Ready
Forward!
and Anything more? March! Men,
Use this panel to manually merge armies. Click on the unit or character you wish to move, then click on the central button to move it from one army to another. It's possible to select several units at a time.
awaiting further orders. Forward! For crown and country! By the left, march! Ready and awaiting orders. Not possible, sir. Impossible, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Lord? Any further orders?
Your Majesty.
Your humble servant.
Heave away, boys! Heave away! Set sail! Jump to it and look lively! On our way, Captain! All the way! On our way, Captain! Orders received and understood. Reef sails! Enemy fleet ahoy! Withdraw! Withdraw! All the way! Ready and waiting. Underway! Enemy sails spotted! All hands on deck! For your lives! Awaiting further orders. Still shipshape. Heave away, boys! Heave away! Ship's orders, Captain. Ship's orders. Any orders? Still shipshape. Any orders? Sail. Jump to it. Yes, still shipshape. Awaiting further orders. Come about.
You have just selected a piece belonging to another nation. You cannot order it to do anything. Select one of your own in order to learn more about their abilities.
At the ready. Forward! For crown and country! Begin siege! Victory is ours! Prepare for battle!
Lord?
Immediately! More orders? Anything more?
Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Yes, Your Majesty. Aye, aye, sir. Yes, my lord. Aye, sir. Make ready. Aye, aye, sir. Ship
Any
shape
orders?
and Bristol fashion, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Can't sail there, Captain. Heave away, boys. Heave away. Under sail. All hands on deck! Sail for the horizon.
Destination ahoy! Yes, sir.